And here we are. It is Bud and co-hosted with Chid in the building. Welcome to the Couch Coaches. First ever episode, the debut, whatever you want to call it. We're here. And we've actually been sitting on this for a little bit. We finally arrived.
A long time. I think I brought this up to you 2 years ago, potentially. Obviously, yeah. Didn't have all the equipment, which you said before is probably why all the podcasting equipment's a bit cheap now. Everyone's able to do it, but we're here. It's good. It's good to be here. We're doing it. We're actually doing it. But we're up and about.
We're in the building, and we're going to kick things off. Obviously, we need to introduce ourselves to those that don't know anything about us. My name is Bud. We have Chid, co-host, and we're based in Melbourne, Australia. So if you're an American, Australia over here. We're going to talk NBA basketball, we're going to talk AFL football, and some other seasonal sports, including cricket, when the summer for us comes around. Now, it's exciting times for us. We have the AFL finals coming up, which is going to give us a lot of content to talk about. We're obviously in the NBA off-season, which is exciting as well. Plenty of moves that have gone down. A little bit of background on myself. So I follow the Charlotte Hornets, a big LaMelo Ball advocate, as you will learn throughout the podcast. He's obviously made the move across to Chid's Timberwolves, so don't know, we might jump shit there. We'll wait and see.
You come over, mate. Come on over.
For the AFL, unfortunately, I'm an Essendon Bomber, so it's been a tough year. We won't talk too much about them. We'll move on to Chid to introduce himself here.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously, Bud said it. I'm a Timberwolves fan. I've been a Timberwolves man since K Love got drafted. Originally, I was a Clipper and a Timberwolves, and then I switched over to a Timberwolves full-time. It's been tough being a Timberwolves fan. Obviously, you're an Essendon man now. You probably know what I'm going through, what I've gone through, but the difference is we're up and about the Timberwolves. So, big Timberwolves fan. For the footy, I have been a Geelong man all my life, but I am one of those guys. I am switching to Tassie when they come out in 2028. I'm not afraid to admit it. I feel like the only time you can switch teams is when a new team comes in the league, and I'm doing it. The question might be, why am I leaving Geelong to go to Tassie? Just cause. And the reason I tell my mates is I'm just sick of winning. It's just give me some hardship to go through.
What a hard life.
What a hard life, you know. So it's pretty keen, pretty excited. Obviously pretty new to the whole content podcast thing. Bud obviously has all his things, and I'm sure he'll talk about that a little later. But yeah, it's just new for me, and I'm getting really into it, so it's actually good fun.
I'm just very excited for us to talk some sport.
That's it.
And, footy, basketball. There's a lot of news that goes on, so to talk with you guys about it is exciting. Now, back on the Tassie ship, I think I have the right. I'm not going to say I'm going to do it as well, but if the Bombers don't at least make a final before Tasmania come in, I might be jumping ship with you. So we might have two Tasmanian.
I know other Essendon supporters that have done the same thing, so you wouldn't be the only one.
Yeah, so we'll wait and see. I'm going to give him one more year. We've obviously had a rough year this year. Hopefully we finish the bottom. Hopefully. Pick one. We need it. And obviously, I think next week we should have our coach locked in. So that might give us something to talk about then. Anyway, that's enough. We're going to move into our first segment.
I'll start with the NBA if you'd like. Obviously it's lackluster at the moment. Obviously we're in the midst of the off season. Most of the free agency stuff has happened. There's not been too many trades, but there was one. There was one trade. It was Dennis Schroeder to the Hornets for Trey Mann, and I think the Hornets got cash. Bud, as a I don't know if we should be, I won't say former yet, but as a co-Hornets fan, or like a Hornets admirer, I'll say. What are you thinking, mate? What are your thoughts on this?
You've saved yourself there. I haven't jumped ship yet. I actually like it though. We definitely, once we offloaded LaMelo's contract, we've needed that cash for the future, I will say. We need Con to stay. We need B-Mill. You won't see it in the background, but I do have the LaMelo Ball Timberwolves jersey, so I am nearly jumping ship.
He's coming
I guess
over.
When the season starts, we'll make room for that. But I like it. Schroeder's been passed around. Honestly, I don't know the number behind it, but he'd be up there.
I think he's completed the double rainbow, which is like one of each colour of the rainbow, but I swear he's almost done it twice.
Yeah,
Has to
he's
have.
But funny enough, when it comes to Olympic basketball, he's like the Paddy Mills.
Freak.
Unbelievable.
The whole German team as a whole are freaks,
Yeah.
which is just
So
wild.
I don't mind it. I don't know how long he's going to stay at the Hornets, so if history repeats itself, he'll probably be at another side next week. But I don't see him getting minutes as well. I think obviously going to put a lot of time and effort into Kobe White, and then Sion James coming off the pine. I don't know. Interesting move. A vet move.
I was surprised. Oh, when I looked at it, I'm like, why? I get the cash, I get that, but also like Trey Man was like nice for you guys early on. Obviously got injured, but I liked it. I mean, I thought he was a young piece, sort of got along with his, but you know, the Hornets are doing what they're doing. We'll see what happens.
We obviously got him from the Thunder a few seasons ago now. He did have his opportunities in the first year, and he was hooping. He really put a stamp on for being the most swaggiest player in the league.
Looked like a wish version of Allen Iverson.
Yep, and he hooped like him too.
Yep.
Credit to him.
Yeah.
But we sort of went away from giving him opportunity last year, so I think it's a good move.
Yep. I'll take it from you, mate. Some other news. There's not too much, but something was very interesting that happened a few days ago. The Lakers sold for $12.5 billion. Now, there has been talk about this all through the NBA world at the moment. So the Lakers were bought last year for $10 billion, and the guy literally has bought it and sold it for $12.5 billion. Now the guy who sold it, I don't know the names, I'm not going to get too much into this, was under FBI investigation, and he had a serious medical concern, and he's now sold it to the guy that used to own Disney, and it's a guy that also has a part in owning the Dodgers. And apparently he wants to bring the Dodgers lifestyle in the way the Dodgers sort of play baseball, and they just buy all the players to basketball. So it's a little concerning, but it's also, it's interesting. And there's been a lot of people talking about it. But yeah, I don't know if you've got any thoughts on it. It's very weird. It's very weird.
It is. Let me jump in. That's a lot of money. If I ever see a quarter of that, less than, I would be a happy man. But it's very interesting. Obviously, the move with LeBron in the offseason makes things a little bit more shaky. And then obviously new owners now. Now, I heard that they were in the running for, these new owners were in the running for the Las Vegas team. Correct if I'm wrong.
They were.
So now that they're not in that running, it's going to be interesting to see what that team sells for.
So the rumor is that the bidding for the Vegas was projected to be upwards of like 10 mil. And so these guys thought, or they went and spoke to the Lakers owner and said, this is what they pretty much just said, well, why are we going for the Las Vegas when we could just spend this on the Lakers? And they've gone and done it, which is just crazy work.
And really, you can't lose at the end of the day. It's the Lakers. They're going to just continue to be that franchise.
Very interesting, though. Third owner Luka has played with since becoming a Laker. Played for. So
interesting. And he hasn't been there long.
I'm telling you, if there's not an extension signed soon, he's gone. Mark it
Damn, mark it down.
Call.
That is a big call.
I'm calling it. And last one, bit of a homer. Kevin Garnett's jersey is getting retired by the Timberwolves. KG is going to be a Timberwolf jersey. I can't believe it. I'm actually so happy it's happening. For those that don't know, KG and the old ownership hated each other's guts, and they never wanted to hang his jersey up, or he never gave them permission to do it. And since the new ownership's come in, they've pretty much made amends, and KG is now like a sponsor. I think he's even got a technical assistant coach role, so he can be like a player advocate for the team. It's all coming well and together for the Wolves. So that is all. That's all I'm going to do for basketball news. I've yapped on already. Bud, do we have any AFL news?
We do. Before we move on, though, I got a question for you. Is that, you would know this, I feel like, as a Timberwolves fan, is that the first jersey retirement?
No.
It's not.
No. So we've got, I think, from my knowledge, we've got two. We've got a coach, Flip Saunders.
Yes.
Legendary coach. And we've also got Kevin Garnett's best friend that passed away. His name's Malik Sealy. He died while he was a Timberwolf, but I think in a car accident. So I think we've got two. I think we've got other ones. We've got a lot of Minnesota Lynx jerseys. We don't have Minnesota Timberwolves jerseys, but yes, I think those are the two I'm aware of. So yeah, it'd be the first sort of one of our main big players that have sort of got their jerseys done. So that's good.
So it'll be a real special one. And then we obviously have LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards coming soon.
Future jerseys.
I assume. That'll do. We'll go into the footy talk. All right, AFL, for those that aren't familiar, if you're American, this is Australian Football League. All right, we'll just touch that up there. But essentially, the AFL is incorporating like the NBA Wildcard, the play-in tournament, essentially. It's locked. After tonight, it's locked in. We've got our top 10. Now, Carlton and the Bulldogs, they played off. It was a draw. They both sneak in. And we pretty well have one game left to get nothing out of it. Hopefully Essendon, my Bombers, stay on the bottom. We don't want any more wins. I don't know why we'd try and win our last game. I'm going to be very disappointed if we try and win our last game, because that's probably going to throw us out of contention for pick number 1, which we need. I still think... Now this is going to be a big call. I still think Fremantle, as good as they are, I don't think they're going to win it.
What?
That's a big call.
Wolfie's time is going to go hard on you, bud.
Obviously, they're probably going to have 2 home finals, which is going to help. But I think on the main stage, they're going to be like Sydney. It's a big call, but
it's always the question within the state teams where they're going to perform well in the MCG. It's always tough. And I mean, look, if you look at Sydney, like they literally just get pantsed every single time they get to the MCG, the grand final especially. So I actually don't disagree. I think they can get there. I don't know if they can win it.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting. I'm going to ask you, do you think, well, you've sort of answered that question, who do you think is going to play in the grand final? Who are your 2 teams?
So I was big on, well, at the start of the year I said Freo Suns. That's not happening. Suns are god awful. I do think Freo will be in there. I think it's going to be Hawthorn. I think it's Freo Hawthorn. I think those are the 2 teams that I think get in. Brisbane are always going to be in there. I also, if it's not Freo Hawthorn, I don't know if it works for the latter, but I think it could be also Freo, Collingwood and Hawthorn.
Yep. That's actually a great chat.
Yep.
And based off weekend's results, another draw. Unbelievable. Exactly. We won't stick too long on that topic, but interesting. I see Fremantle again getting there. Depending who they play in the grand final is whether they'll get it done. I'd love to see them get it done. I think it's their first flag ever. So that's always good for football. But yeah, it's going to be a big challenge when they do get there. Sydney again, always in red hot form, and the Brisbane Lions going for their 3-peat. They're going to be a hard task.
Jeez, if Brizzy get a 3-peat, I'll just... Oh.
Yeah.
And the Ashcroft, which is it Will Ashcroft, if he gets another Norm, there's some combos that need to be had if they get 3.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, that's about enough for the footy talk. I think Charlie Curnow, I'll have a quick look. He's pretty well. He's 4 goals up in the Coleman.
He kicked another 3 today, didn't he?
62. JMS second on 58. And then we have Ben King for Gold Coast, 57. When you think about Gold Coast season, 57 goals is a pretty solid effort.
So second segment, Bud, we are going to Chid's Court.
Not in my house.
All right, Bud. So today we're going to talk about Russell Westbrook. We're going to talk about where he stands all time. Obviously, he's just announced his retirement. I think it was 2 or 3 days ago now. I was a big Russ guy. He's in my all-time starting 5 if I was to pick a fan favourite. But I wanted to give him his praises. So he retires after 18 seasons in the league. He averaged 28 and 6 through that whole career. So I don't see, like, the best of the best average 20 points per game. Normally, it's even through their end of their career. Normally, it drops off a heaps. Like, I think Dirk's average is like 18, 19, like, or 16 even. Like, it's low. To keep up with that through 18 years is crazy work. He finishes with 27,176 points, 10,351 assists, and an NBA record 209 triple-doubles, and ranking 14th in points and 5th in assists. It's just crazy work. His awards, he's got an MVP, he's a 9-time All-Star, 9-time All-NBA, 2-time scoring champ, 3-time assist leader, 2-time All-Star MVP, All-Star Game MVP. He's an NBA top 75 player, He's a 2012 Olympic gold medalist. And just to highlight his MVP, he averaged 31, 11, and 10.
That's wild.
It's crazy. He sort of started the trend of going and getting triple doubles. You sort of think after he did it, you saw Luka going to do it. You saw Jokic doing it. Like he sort of started that back up again. Yeah, Bud, what are your thoughts on Russ?
Man, I love Russ. He's just a competitor. Really, I mean, he's going to have nights where he's not as efficient, but he gives it 110%. And that's all you want. A leader, a competitor. He doesn't back down to no one. He brings energy. He puts bums on seats. And he's had a great career, as you stated in the statistics. The stats don't lie. So I think it's a sad week for basketball to see Westbrook leave. I don't know if there's still rumours. Is he going overseas or has he put basketball to an end?
I think there was rumours before he announced his retirement. I think he's got offers from overseas, and he got offers from the Wizards and the Kings. And I think he just wanted to try and compete again, to maybe get on a roster with more championship aspirations. But I think, he wasn't getting the offers, so I think he's just called it a day on all of it. He'll probably go into fashion or something like that, let's be honest. Like, he loves that stuff. So, sad day, but also, like, celebrate it. Like, I think people now just look at the Lakers and saw the downhill path after that. But like literally the one stop before Lakers, he was at the Wizards, and I think he led. Like he has the Wizards all-time record in triple doubles, and he was there for half a year or a year. Like,
crazy.
It's ridiculous. But yeah, some interesting facts. I got some interesting facts about Westbrook. Ooh, can't get that right. Brody. I'll call him Brody. So his teams went 153 and 56. Like 153 wins and 56 losses when he recorded a triple-double. So people say it was empty stats. I think that tells you otherwise. I mean, obviously there was clips of him when Steven Adams would like give him rebounds and stuff, but maybe because Steven Adams knew if he got a triple-double, he's more likely to win the game. He was the first guard to collect 9,000 career rebounds. And I actually saw an interview. It actually popped up my feed not too long ago. He claimed himself as the all-time greatest rebounding guard, and he's not wrong based off the stats. So
100%.
He's also naturally left-handed, except when he shoots a basketball.
Really?
And there's your fun facts.
Imagine if he took the Mason Plumlee route and decided to.
Mate, yeah. Imagine he'd be unstoppable. So I have a little bit of a debate. We're gonna argue this. I don't know if we will. You might actually agree with me. Is Westbrook a top 5 point guard ever?
Damn, that is a great question. Well, obviously to you, he is. He's in your starting five.
He is. Well, look, it's more of a fan favorite starting five. If I was have to pick the best five of all time, it's probably not. But my starting five also has like Karl Anthony Towns and Kevin Garnett in it. But Russell Westbrook is my starting point guard and my fan favorite five.
I feel because I'd put LaMelo there. So
exactly,
it's fair. But in all seriousness, starting five, I think he's there. I think he is there. Obviously, you got Curry. Magic is probably in there for most. But I think Luka has squeezed his way in there for me. Ooh. I think.
Okay.
I think. That's a whole different topic. Westbrook is in there.
That's a topic to discuss later for sure. All right. Well, we'll test it. All right. We're going to talk about it because I've got 5 names, and we're going to see if Westbrook is above these 5 guys. Now, I don't think all these guys are in the top 5. We're just trying to see where he ranks. So, the first name that Russell Westbrook, I'm going to say Russell Westbrook and sound like a Whittaway in a second. This is terrible. All right. Is the first name that Russell Westbrook, is he better than Damian Lillard?
Ooh. You didn't start easy, did you? I'm going to say yes, he is.
I agree. I also think he's better than Damian Lillard. There's not much to argue. I think Dame I'm a little low on Dame, I think, than most. I think, other than his rookie of the year, I don't know what and All-Stars, I don't know what he's really done to be.
He's a shooter. He is a shooter.
He's a shooter. He is. And probably, he's top 5 shooter of all time, I think. But I don't think he's better than Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. Overall player, Westbrook's way more complete. I agree.
The next name, Jason Kidd.
J. Kidd. Okay, a little bit before my time, and I'm not saying that in a rude way because I actually didn't watch the basketball back then. So I'm going to say Westbrook is better than him. Now, stats may not... stats probably do favour Westbrook. He's put up ridiculous numbers. Do you think J Kidd?
I also think Russell Westbrook's better than J Kidd. I think J Kidd was really... He lifted offenses when he came in, and he started off in, I think he started off in Dallas, or he started off in Phoenix and then went to Dallas, and then when he went to the Nets, he was unbelievable. But then he sort of took a backseat role to become a champion, which, as much as we don't like Russ doesn't have rings, he never took a backseat. He would always be in that. I think it's to a detriment, but he's I think Kidd became a better shooter when he started playing with Dirk. He did all this sort of stuff, but player for player, stats for stats, I'm gonna take Westbrook.
Yep.
All right. So the next one, this next three. This is interesting. The next name's Steve Nash.
Whoa. Damn. Okay. I did see the back end of Steve Nash's career, and I was a huge Steve Nash fan. Especially, I know he was older, but to see him on the Lakers roster was pretty cool. I'm still gonna go Russ though.
I'm also going to go Russ. I'm going to go Russ. I'm one of those people that do believe Steve Nash did... Oh, my words, man. Nash, Jesus. Steve Nash did deserve his MVPs over Shaq when those times. I know Shaq always brings it up, that he deserves those MVPs. That's just not true. Nash had the greatest offense of all time, and I think it still stacks up. Apparently, all day these days, the offenses are way higher than what they were. But Steve Nash's, I think it's 2005, 2006 Suns, they stack up against these offenses these days still. It was just unbelievable. The 7 seconds or less, and people always thought he wasn't a great, wasn't a massive scorer when he was. He was he dropped 40 in playoff games before. He's an unbelievable player. I still have Russ above him just because I think it's Russ was okay defensively. Nash probably he was hindered on that, so he wasn't a big guard. But I would still take Westbrook over Nash. The one MVP to twos, meh. They both don't have rings, but I'm gonna go Westbrook. I think the counting stats are more, and I think his peak lasted a little longer, and I think he was more healthy and people forget Russ. He played 82 games for 4 straight years. It was crazy. He's healthy as. But I'm going to take Westbrook as well.
Yep.
Now this may be where it stops for you, or it may stop. It depends.
Unless it's LaMelo Ball.
Maybe Sam Cassell will make an appearance. Chris Paul.
Oh, okay.
Point guard versus
genuinely
the Brody.
point guard. Yeah. It's interesting because Chris Paul sort of didn't go out on his own merit. You got to give it to Westbrook. He went out on his own merit. Assists is the point guard position traditionally. I think Russ changed the game a little bit, and I'm gonna give it to Russ.
This will be well known in a few episodes. I am the lowest on Chris Paul anyone has ever been. I cannot stand him. Ever since he told Carlton Towns he had an untucked jersey in a game, I've never been a fan of Chris Paul. So my bias is in this, but I think even when it comes to it, I just think Chris Paul, he's been on a lot of good teams, he's been a really good player, but and Westbrook doesn't have the most success, but he has more than Chris Paul. Westbrook's been to a few I think he's been one finals. Westbrook's been one finals. Chris Paul's been to one, but it was probably the third. No, he was the second best player when he did that. But I think Russ is I think he does everything better. Assists, I give it to Chris Paul. Points, I'd give it to Russ. Rebounds, I give it to Russ. Steals, you give to Chris Paul. Assists and steals are the only thing I'd give to Chris Paul. And his shooting. But I think everything else goes Russ's way.
Yeah. Great call.
They might come for my head in the comments, but we'll see what happens. I'm not a big Chris Paul guy. I never have been. He's a snitch. But I did wish he went out on his own.
Throwing low blows right now.
Already, it's already happening.
Low blows.
And then this is just where it ends, I think, with both lists. The next name's Steph Curry.
Yeah, I'm going to go with... Steph. I'm going to go with Steph. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go Steph Curry too. Change the game. There's not much arguments, to be fair. Russ has got 1 MVP. Steph's got 2, I think. Steph's got 4 rings and an finals MVP. He did all and Steph changed the game. He's probably like top 3 offensive peaks of all time.
Yep.
So yeah, I've got Steph, but it's good. I think Russ for both of us is in our top 5. I think my top 5 goes Curry, Magic. I didn't see this, so I can't say. But Isaiah Thomas was apparently unbelievable for the Pistons, so I'll give Isaiah Thomas for all the old heads. But Russell Westbrook is in my 4, and then I would probably say Chris Paul, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash. That's into they can change, but I have Russ at my number 4 all time point guard list.
Yep, that's a solid list too.
Yep.
This is going to be follow on from that. Westbrook as an athlete has Curry. He has a lot of point guards.
I think he's. Oh, see, this is the. So if Derrick Rose stayed healthy, it'd be Derrick Rose. But I think Westbrook's probably the most athletic player of all time. But like, if you're looking at LeBron, maybe not. But what's Westbrook? 6'3", 6'4", and he flies.
Flies, dude.
And he still flies.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was like 3 years ago. He still put Rudy on a poster, which that was unbelievable. So
crazy. And I think this might be a little bit of a wild take, but I think that a taller Russell Russell Westbrook is Giannis. Similar builds.
Yeah.
Similar games.
Yeah.
But we'll leave that.
No, that's a great discussion. We will leave that though. That's good. That's good from you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, interesting that we spoke about Westbrook now, because we're going to move into my segment. What grinds my gears?
Oh no!
Rocket, we can't hear.
Oh, mate, don't say that, because that irritates me.
All right, shit, I've got a couple for you. The first one is Ben Simmons, the return. I tell you what. This bloody grinds my gears. What are you doing, Ben?
I know.
Fellow Australian. Now, some people, they're going to come for me here, but I'm over it. Okay? This guy, he can hoop, but he's not dedicated enough, and it grinds my bloody gears. I've seen enough. Every preseason, he comes out, there's the same jump shot video. Look at him, he's turned into Stephen Curry. No, you're shooting the ball across your body. I'm no professional, but I tell you what, that ain't a bucket.
Not everyone's Lonzo Ball in the rookie season.
No one is Lonzo Ball. But Ben, until you come back, dedicate yourself, stick it out. You'd actually be a very handy player for any team that needs a big defensive player. Timberwolves?
Well, we're rumored for him. The rumor is he's willing to come back as a pick and roll 5, like a playmaking 5. And I'm like, okay, cool. But it's amazing how all the media and like I've fallen into it too, how much people fall into Ben Simmons jump shot, Zion Williams underweight, like losing weight. Like it's every single year it changes. I'm not a big believer in Ben, but look, if he's willing to play as a pick and roll 5 that can play make, sure. But is that someone like you can't shoot, and like I don't know how viable that is unless he's going to play big, like and literally like roll and rebound. Like that's all you can do. I don't see how it's going to work. I saw the Australian team, like he's training out for the Australian team again. All the Australian guys were pretty positive about it, but like again, he let us down a couple of years ago. I think when he was healthy and he didn't want to do the Olympics.
Continues to let us down.
Continues to pull out
until he makes a change. All right, I'm all for praising players, but we can't hype this up because it's time after time, rinse and repeat. He does the same thing. So until he's back in the league doing his thing, Ben, you grind my gears. Now the second thing is talking about Westbrook. All right, we love Westbrook here. We appreciate him. Tell you what grinds my bloody gears though, Chid.
Oh.
When people don't appreciate greatness. That's what grinds my gears. And now all of a sudden, there's no fans that hate Westbrook. Everyone loves him. But like you said before, when he was in the Lakers, he was on the chopping block. Everyone hated him. Apart a few. I'm not going to say everyone, but he was up there and he was getting flamed. And there was actually interesting talk. Draymond Green was talking about appreciating greatness, how NBA fans, and I'm going to say not just NBA fans, all sporting fans suck at this, okay? Ups and downs, people really bank on the downs, and that grinds my gears. But it's the same with LeBron. We got 2 more years of LeBron. He's done.
If that.
Exactly. Okay, that's healthy LeBron.
It's a player
Just
option.
appreciate it.
He's got a player option next year,
Exactly.
so he might even just call it at the end of the year. Keep saying he's not going to do the whole farewell tour. He could just call it.
He could. So we need to learn to appreciate greatness whilst it's here. Okay? SGA, yes, gun basketballer, gets a lot of hate for some reasons. Okay, but just appreciate it.
Yeah, I think we've got to be careful too. I think DeMar DeRozan's going down this same path that Russell Westbrook is. He's not even signed yet.
Love DeMar.
Like, DeMar is a freak. Obviously, he doesn't I think the numbers aren't in his favour, like on offs and all that. But DeMar's a freak. The mid range has never looked better. But I just hope we appreciate that, and not just think, oh, DeMar, the guy that was traded for Kawhi when they won the chip. Like we got to appreciate DeMar as well. But yeah, I like that. I like appreciating greatness while it's still around. I like that.
Thank you. And that's going to round out what grinds my gears. So pull your head in. Moving on, we now have AFL Deal or No Deal. Now, for those that haven't, well, obviously haven't been following, this is our first episode. What am I talking about? I'm going to run through the rules. There's going to be 4 cases. This is back to AFL, and you're going to have to just pick a number. All right, I've got 4 plays written down. You're going to build your spine. You got your defense, you got your mids, you got your rucks, your forwards, and your coach. Depending what number you pick is what play you get in that position. Obviously, you want to build the best team that you can get. I'm going to allow 1 swap. So, for example, if you pick a briefcase, I say the player, you're not happy with it, you say, I'm going to switch and pick another number.
Okay.
Right. Let's start off. 4 cases. Pick your defender. What number?
So 1 to 4.
1 to 4.
I'm going to go number 1.
In briefcase number 1, you have pulled Jack Sinclair.
Okay.
Do you want to keep Sinclair or do you want to swap over?
That's Sinclair's tough because he could play midfield. And he's injured now. But that's tough. Because I like my big intercept defenders and like the blokes to just spoil golden fist like, and I get 1 swap.
1 swap for the whole squad.
For the whole thing. Okay.
Yes.
Nah, I got to keep it because Sinclair's still a really good player when he's healthy. So I'm gonna go keep Sinclair.
Perfect. We'll lock Sinclair in. This is what you missed out on. Buku Kamas.
Good.
Toby Pink. And Harris Andrews.
Oh, I called it too. I should have got. I went with the number. I didn't know if he's number 1, but that's all right.
31, but we move. Okay.
Second best. We'll take that.
We go into our mids. What number case would you like?
We're gonna go 3.
Number 3. You have got Harvey Langford from the Demons.
That's tough because he's good, but he's young. He's not there yet for me. He will be probably next 2 years, but not yet. I'm going to swap this one.
Okay, he's going to swap it. So we'll take Harvey out of the equation. What number would you like to switch
So
for?
pick 3. I'm going to go number 1 again.
Number 1. That might be the most clutch swap you've made. You have just pulled Nick Dacos.
That's how it's done. That is how it's done. Oh, doesn't even matter what we got now. We got Nick Dacos. He can carry anything to the finals. We're good.
Let me tell you what you missed out on. You had Caleb Sarong in case 2 and Harley Reid in case 4.
Jeez, I've really got the worst. Well, he's not that he's bad, but I got the worst one first up. That's tough. I would have kept any one of those.
Not a bad start. Sinclair defense, Dacos mid. Now we go into our ruckman.
Oh, I love me rucks.
Pick your case.
2.
Number 2, you have got the best ruckman there. Max Gawn is in your team. Bang.
Oh, it's a psychic,
Maxi
man.
Gawn.
I can tell. I can see it. I can see the cases. I can see what's in them.
Let's see what you dodged. This is a real dodge too. Blackiston for the Bombers.
Poor bloke.
Grundy, solid pick if you went him. And Ned Moyle, Gold Coast Sun.
Jeez.
So Max Gawn.
Yeah, well, that's not too bad. I'm glad I got Gawn, that's for sure. I'm glad I got Gawn.
This is a really good team. See if you can snipe the player in here as well. We go on to our forwards. Pick a case.
Well, I picked 1 twice. I picked 2. I picked 3. I haven't picked 4 yet. I'm going to go number 4.
Okay, number 4 is locked in, and you have got another demon in Bailey Fritsch.
Oh, Malfoy. He's right. I don't know why, but he reminds me of Draco Malfoy with his head. So I'll take it. Look, we have to take it, but he's selfish. He'll kick him. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Super glue in his hair too. He slicks that back, doesn't
It's
he?
every 2 seconds.
All right. In briefcase 1, you had Charlie Curnow, probably who you wanted.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
we had Jai Miss
Not bad. Good year.
and the package, Jake Stringer, number 3.
Yeah, look, not sure about that bloke, so maybe we're happy with Fritch, I think.
Yep. And to round things out, we need a coach. It is called the Catch Coaches for a reason.
That's it.
So give us a number. Who do you want?
I want Chris Scott. Or do I want Ken? Where do I think one of them is? I'm going to go number 1's been good for me. We'll go number 1.
All right, number 1. Let's just save number 1 to see who you have. We're going to go through who you could have had.
Okay.
Okay, number 2, Josh Fraser.
Oh, see, culture pick. That would have been awesome.
Yep. Number 3, Craig McRae.
Fly.
And number 4, your man Chris Scott. So that means, to round things out, you have got Ross Lyon as your coach.
Ross the boss. We're going to flood the back line with Jack Sinclair and Nick Dacos. That's good. I like that. That's
Perfect.
fun.
That's a good team. I'm going to say you've actually pulled an elite team there, okay? Sinclair defense, Dacos mid, Gorn in the ruck, Fritch up forward, and then Ross the boss to round things out. That is a solid team
We'll
for
take
episode
it.
1.
We will take it.
All right, and moving on, we're going to go into our start, bench, and cut NBA edition.
Love
All right?
this segment.
We do. This time we've actually got 2 cuts, so we're going NBA start, bench, cut.
Oi.
Okay, so the double cut to start things
Hey.
off. I thought we'd get it interesting here. All right, the first player we have is also this theme, return from injuries.
Okay.
For this season. So the first player is Tyrese Halliburton. We have Kyrie Irving. We have Damian Lillard. And we have Trae Young. Start, bench, cut. Who have you got?
Based off what they're going to do this year, but
Yes,
don't worry
thank
about
you.
that. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you. That's okay. Well, all right. So we had Tyrese, Kyrie, Damian, and
Trae Young.
Trae Young. Oh, I'm a big Trae Young guy, but I don't know. Yeah, I think Trae's cut. I think the rest of these guys, that's tougher to argue than Trae. So I think we're going to have to cut Trae Young.
I would agree. I
You
would cut
agree?
Trae. Trae. I'm sorry, but he's gone.
Now, I think the main debate, because I think, are we keeping Tyrese Halliburton? I think we got to keep Hallie.
Based off his last healthy season,
Yeah.
NBA Finals Game 7,
Yep.
we have to keep him. Whether you want to start him or bench him is a different story, but
Yeah, I think he's in our start or bench. I agree. I think I think he's safe at least.
yep.
All right, so that brings the 2 old boys. Is it Kyrie? Which old boys are probably 34, 35. Kyrie and Dame. And that reason why I asked about the teams is because Dame is in not the best situation for a point guard at Portland, but I'll leave that out of it. I still think I want Kyrie.
You would take Kyrie.
What we saw at Dame it wasn't his best year. He's obviously had the injury. Now he's come back. I think I'm taking Kyrie. I think I'm benching Kyrie and I'm starting Tyrese and then I'm cutting Lillard and Trae Young. I think that's mine. Do you disagree?
Okay. I'm going to go start Hallie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bench Dame.
Ooh.
I'm going to switch that up only because I think Damien's output is a little bit more than what Kyrie is.
Yeah.
I think. You may not agree. That's
No.
completely fair. It's a hard one. Kyrie cut and then Trae Young cut.
So we're pretty much the same as just swapping Kyrie and Dame. I have known to be low on Dame, so I'm in them. But I think Kyrie is Kyrie.
Kyrie's so good.
Yeah, he's so good. And like firsthand, Ant called him out one playoff series and he cooked us. So I've got to give Kyrie the respect. I've got to.
Okay, we're going to now move into the AFL edition of Start Bench Cut.
Let's do
I'm
it.
going to give you one player at a time. You're just going to make the call on the fly, whether you're going to
Okay.
start him, bench him, or cut him. The first player off the board is the Wizard, Nick Watson.
Keep. Oh, start. Based off this,
Started.
you start. Mate, he's nearly won the Coleman as a small forward. It's start. And I'm not having 12-year-olds come at my head. I think you got it. The Wizard's the Wiz. We have to start. We are starting the Wiz.
Yep, great call. Your man, Sean Manor.
Oh. That's tugging on the heartstrings, man. He hasn't had his bad games year. I'll go cut. He hasn't had the great, like he's been in it, like he's inconsistent this year. He's had some, and I think he had like a 4 or 5 week period where he did nothing. So I will go cut for Sean Manor, although it breaks my heart. Till 2028, it'll break my heart. Till then, after that, who cares? But breaks my heart right now.
All right, and the player you're going to bench is Fremantle's Isaiah Dudley.
Oh, the Dudster. Oh, look, probably take Sean Manor over Isaiah Dudley, I would say, but Isaiah Dudley's had a really good year. It's close. It's not that far. And Dudster's a cult figure, like cult hero. So I can argue myself into that being a really good list. I got it right with Wiz. That's one thing. Got it right with that.
Before we round things up, I got one thing to ask you. Okay?
Oh, here we go. Yep, here we go.
He's heating up.
The hot question.
All right, the hot question to round things out. This is probably going to be a regular thing on our podcast. This week's topic: Anna's freedom. Anna's freedom.
No.
Now,
yeah, getting political, Bud. We're getting political.
We're getting political to end things out. Now, you just be careful what you say because obviously we don't want to get too political.
Yep.
But I want to put you in the position of a WNBA GM. Are you drafting Anna's freedom? And if so, or if not, why?
Oh, jeez. Great question. No. Nah, it's not right, is it? Like, you can't. Like, I'm not going to do all that, but no, I wouldn't draft him. Come from my head. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs, but I don't think I would.
I've been thinking about this.
The WNBA has come so far, especially in the last, 3 years. And they just got a new deal. They're on the up. Let's not bring it back with, I don't want to say taking the piss, because it's not taking the piss, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to get my head chopped off for that. I'm not going to draft, and it's freedom.
That's a valid answer. I expected a yes or no, so at least you answered the question. I appreciate that. Now, I've been thinking about it, okay?
Okay. Because there's another one. It's not just Ennis Freedom. There's another one. I don't know the guy's name.
Yeah. Another ex-NBA player. We might get roasted for not knowing off the top of our head. We didn't put him down. But anyway, Ennis Freedom. Am I drafting him as a WNBA GM? I'm going to say yes, I am. But hear me out. If I have an early pick in the draft, I'm not wasting it on him because the repercussions, if he does get taken out, or whatever the case is, you lose that pick, essentially, okay? Yeah. So we want to take the best talent there. But if we have a later draft pick, I think we take the risk. I think we use it.
Yeah, that's fair. I probably would do that. But yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, it'd have to be a late pick because I think the draft this year's got a really good player. I don't know her name. It's like it starts with a J. I don't know her name, but she's supposed to be really good. So I wouldn't use the early pick on him. But yeah, fair enough to use a late one just to take a flyer.
This for the game then. Kick is on the way. Siren's gone. They've done it again.
This last bit, we call the final siren. Basically, we do one prediction for the week. What's going to happen next week? We'll ask you guys a question to comment down below and answer. So, what's your one prediction that could happen? I sort of put you on the spot here, but
yeah,
it was on the run sheet, I will say.
That's fine. I've got it off the top of my dome.
Prediction?
My prediction is DeMar DeRozan has to sign somewhere, so he will. He will be on an NBA team next week, and we'll be talking why DeMar is where he is. I really hope he goes to the Miami Heat. I think they could really use a two-guard shooter, although he doesn't stretch the floor, but I would love to see him compete with the Heat. Compete with the Heat. Wowee. That's bars there. Anyway, what is your prediction?
Well, I've got 2, so I'm already ruining my own rule. So one of my predictions is I think the GM will come into effect at some time next week. I think the Philadelphia 76ers are going to make a move that helps the GM. And my second move is the Wolves are going to find their power forward. Whether it's Kuminga or Kevin Love or whoever.
Ben Simmons.
I think the Timberwolves find their power forward next week. I've got a feeling.
Please do.
But that's it. Bud, do you want to plug your socials? I'll plug mine.
Of course. You can follow us along at Bud Designs. We do our own independent stuff over there as well as Big Chid. He does his own The Howler out there, which is a great podcast if you guys want to follow up with more basketball talk.
Slacking with that, I will be honest with you. And it's not coming next week.
Next week, if there's news, you've got it.
That's it.
Every Tuesday, we're going to release an episode. So weekly podcasts from now.
Yep.
We really do appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully,
you just cut me off on my socials, man. But that's okay. Big Chid on Instagram, Big Chid on Twitter. I know it's a crazy world on Twitter, but it's actually Ultimate Chid on Twitter. But if you search up Big Chid, it'll pop up anyway. Instagram, Big Chid as well. And we've got an Instagram, Couch Coaches Instagram.
Yes, we do. And a TikTok.
And a TikTok. It'll be popping up. I'm sure there'll be some videos coming out of this. So you get on. But yeah. Thanks for just cutting me off there, man. That's all, brother. No, that's all right. We get used to it. But yeah, hopefully. And then my one question for the people: where does Westbrook fall in your point guards list? Is it top 5? Is he top 10? Argue with us. I'll have a look through them. I'll see what yous are thinking. Where does Russell Westbrook fall on your list? But yeah, that's it. This has been Big Chid and Bud. See you later.
Enjoy.
It's over! It's over, ladies and gentlemen!
That's all, folks.